You open the door and expect to see sun shining and birds chirping, but instead you're greeted with brown and gloomy sky. That could be our reality if we continue to burn fossil fuels and put harmful gases into our atmosphere. Climate change is real and is happening around us. We might not see the brown and gloomy sky today, but it's in our near future. Today we'll be talking about climate change, which is a real threat in our current world. I want to share this information with you because this is our future in our hands, and climate change is hurting our future. I'm Jessica Sharon, and I chose this topic because it really interests me, and last semester, 2 of my classes, Intro to Sustainability, Human Environment Geography, really touched on climate change and how it plays into our daily lives. To go on, students should consider climate change in their daily lives because it is damaging our planet, simple lifestyle changes, and protecting our future. First, students should consider how their day-to-day lives affects climate change and damaging our planet. Climate change is the changing of global climate patterns, which is caused by an increase of gases in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is one of the major gases that is being released into the atmosphere at a major rate. A major contributor to the release of carbon dioxide is through exhaust from cars, which several students use every day, including myself, is releasing more harmful gases into the air. The release of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere is attributed also to burning of fossil fuels. The burning of fossil fuels like oil and coal increases carbon dioxide in the air. Many students take part in burning fossil fuels whether they realize it or not, most likely through the use of natural gas, which is a commonly used energy source, but that is non-renewable, meaning it's bad for the planet and not sustainable. Every single day, students burn fossil fuels and release carbon dioxide into the air, which is hurting our environment, but changes can't be made. Changes in your daily life, even in the smallest ways, can lead to a reduction of fossil fuel use and carbon dioxide getting released into the atmosphere. Transportation is the easiest change you can make in your daily life. Would be simple as carpooling, taking the bus, biking, or even walking. All of those alternative options of using a personal car is a lifestyle change that helps the planet, but also can help you with providing you the opportunity to be more active and engaging with friends through carpooling. Reducing the use of plastics and processed food is also a change that could be made that would benefit yourself and also the planet. Personally, I don't use plastic straws. The straws I use are like metal or bamboo. And also with my diet being dairy-free, I stay away from a lot of processed foods, and I try to buy foods that are made of less plastic packaging in it. Recycling is always a good thing to do, but taking account of how much plastic you actually use in a day can help you decrease that amount. Just by acknowledging this wrapper I threw away, plastic, and it will help you in the future to use less. A major thing to implement in your life is being aware of the impacts of climate change and just taking the thought of how your choices impact that. Global warming is the warming of our planet globally, which is caused by increased gases in the environment. The greenhouse effect is natural, but with too many greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, it caused exhaled warming of the planet, which is accumulation of those extra gases, which is being caused by the release of fossil fuels and other harmful gases, which we are playing a role in. According to the Global Climate Change published by NASA, accessed on March 7, 2020, the International Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, which includes more than 1,300 scientists from the United States and other countries, forecast a temperature rise of 2.5 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit over the next century. With making just one small change in your lifestyle, it will better the environment, but also yourself. Without any changes, and if we just sit back and do nothing, our planet will crumble around us. The effects of climate change are happening more rapidly as time goes on. According to NOAA, Science and Information for Climate Smart Nation, Future Climate accessed on March 7, 2020, there will be retreating or vanishing glacial ice. That means that there is going to be a disappearance of ice in the Arctic year-round, which is due to all of our actions and burning of fossil fuels. Just think about the polar bear on a tiny ice cap floating away from the middle of the ocean because it broke off, because everything's melting. And just think of that polar bear's life is on us because we're the ones contributing all the fossil fuels and all the burning causing the Arctic to melt. The effects of climate change, which is primarily caused by humans, is not only affecting us, but also the environment and animals around us. As I mentioned before, polar bears are being heavily affected by the melting of the Arctic, but also all the animals within the ocean are also being affected. Climate change is causing the ocean to be more acidified, which badly impacts the fish and other living creatures and can lead to species die-off. The future is in our hands, and with our generation, we can do the most change, and that needs to happen. With all of us making changes in our life that will help the livelihood of our planet. Deborah Robert, co-chair of the International Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, said everyone is going to have to get involved during an interview with BBC on November 4th, 2018. I agree with her. Everyone needs to start. Even in the smallest way, we can all come together and help fight this problem. In conclusion, students should consider climate change in their daily lives because it is damaging our planet, simple lifestyle changes, and protecting our future. Many of the causes of climate change are caused by us humans' activities by burning fossil fuels and with our cars emitting gases into the atmosphere. And more historically, just after the start of the Industrial Revolution, there's a major increase of fossil fuel use. This has in turn led to global warming. This is affecting our planet, ourselves, and animals around us. To go forward, changes need to be made in our daily lives and habits so we can protect our future. Reducing the use of fossil fuels and non-renewable resources is an absolute must. Our generation can make the most happen if we work together to battle climate change. With this information, I just hope you're moved to be more sustainable and thinking about how your actions are negatively affecting our beautiful Earth. We need to protect our Earth, not just for our future, but for the future of our future generations.